Hello. Why isn't it working? Why is my controller not working? Hello? There we go. That's a weird start, but oh boy, 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 oh boy. Welcome to our special Spooptober stream of Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cat. I have seen this game a lot, um, and I love it. I love it so much. This is a highly narrative game, with all hand drawn art. All of it is hand drawn, and it's made by like a team of I think two people, with the narrator and the artist making four. So I'm excited. I'm excited to finally show this game off. This game originally came out as just Slay the Princess as a Steam game. So that's how I know about it. But this game is now on console. So that's good that I get to show it off. I get to show this game off finally. Um, I'm excited. I'm excited. Because I love every attribute and element of this game. Just the concept of it is super fascinating to me. Because for those who don't know, I normally don't play narrative games. Sometimes I do, but very rarely. But this is an exception to this rule because I mean, come on, like this it's you'll see. I can't explain it more than what it already is without going into it. I realistically can't, and that's the exciting thing. So the Pristine Cup basically adds like a bunch of new content from the original game. So we'll hopefully maybe get to see that. Maybe I don't know. I don't know anything. Like I know a few things, but um, I don't know an awful lot. Like obviously I don't know what's been at it. I've been kept relatively blind on what's been at it. I've seen a few things on the original game, but I don't know like anything that's been at it. This is taking a while. I wonder if I should restart. Didn't take this long before. I'm just wondering if I should restart. Um, Maybe I should. But I guess if I restart it, then it might not work. Um, didn't take this long the last time, so I'm just wondering if I should maybe restart it. Just wondering. I think I should. Yeah, I think I should have. This. Yeah, let me try. Weird. Seems to be something wrong with my controller. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is a horror game not intended for all audiences. Please visit that website. Slide of Princess contain flickering image effects as well as parallax effect. I don't know what that is. That in rare cases can cause motion sickness in players. However, these effects cause health issues. For you can disable them in game's preferences. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark places have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I still question that statement. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I might turn flickering images off. Just because I don't want that on. Subtitle language, make sure that's English. Yes. Alright, here we go. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Really? So we have multiple choice. Whoa. Okay, that's a really cool effect. So we have a bunch of options here. Oh! If you move the controller, it moves the thing! What? How did they put that in this game? What the hell? Okay. How? How did you do that? How did you do that, Black Tabby Games? Okay, fair play. I move my controller that moves the landscape. That's pretty badass. Anyway, sorry. I was overwhelmed by that. So we have multiple options here. We have the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing the princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Part of me wants to pick that. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution! Silently continue to the cabin. And be an ass and leave. Which I also love that option. I love the be an ass and leave option so much that part of me wants to pick it. Let's actually go through some options here. Because I think explore means just, like, the narrator gives context.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
It's not that
You
big of a
have to put an
problem.
end to her.
Like, no more people is not that big of a problem, right? But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Oh, are we Phoenix writing this shit? I might pick that option, because I might want Phoenix write this shit. Have you considered... Oh, that's the same. That's the same. That's the same. All of those are the same. Okay, so... I actually kind of want Phoenix write him. Objection!
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
That wasn't really evidence, narrator, but okay. Let's go with... But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Huh? Have you considered... Yeah, actually, I'll pick that one.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I mean, that makes sense.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Please do.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
See, I'm not intelligent enough to debate Narrator-kun on this, and yes, I'm calling him Narrator-kun. So, I'm sure someone more intelligent than me could debate that point, but I am not intelligent enough.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
But what came first?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Let's actually, okay. Oh, there's actually a new one. Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing anything until I've had a chance to meet with her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, there's still the be an ass and leave selection. Part of me wants to pick that so much. You know what? After all that, be an ass and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Somewhere. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm pretty okay with the world ending. I realize she's coming of a new dawn beyond her own. Gonna walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like...
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Uh-huh.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Yes.
How convenient.
How
Everything back on
convenient
track
for
again. Maybe the
you.
world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
That's fine. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You know, that's actually a good point. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue down the path. I feel like talking to, like, I can't debate narrator Kun. I can't. So there's no point. So I'm just gonna...
Your silence is deafening.
Yeah.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah, well I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again! In fact, I'm going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're
the music stopped.
The wrong one for
The music
pretty much
stopped.
everyone who's
That
ever
was
lived,
okay.
as well
I
as
don't
for
like
everyone
that.
Whoever will.
I don't like the fact that the music stopped.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Uh-oh.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
But there can't be an infinite fractal of paths and cabins, right?
Wait, what's going on?
I don't know.
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yes, I do care more about irritating you, narrator Kun.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
I mean...
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Yay! Chapter 2. The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods.
Now, you notice on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side there, there's a fence.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Like, I've seen this place before. Higher on the streets. I don't know the rest of the song. Wait, hasn't this already happened before? Okay, no. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard! You're for it now. Why see your tricks? But I died. The whole world ended. What are we doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't force me to go up to the cabin. Yep. Okay, heading to the cabin now. Where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. I feel lying to him is not going to work. But I'm going to try it because part of me is just like, you know, let's lie.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
He can tell whether we're lying, apparently. I guess he's just,
a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Maybe.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed into the camp, we have no other choice.
The cabin interior is wrong.
Ooh! Oh, look at this effect!
Interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
I mean, does this place make sense anyway?
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature.
That's kind of cool.
Perched on
Wonder how they did that, like
is a
drawing a table of
pristine
legs
blade.
all the wrong lengths.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But I don't have a knife license. I need a knife license to have a knife.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
I mean, that's actually a good point.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
I wonder how many times you have explained this incredibly straightforward premise, narrator.
You can't just say that, and when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Well, we get into an Eminem song about losing ourselves and the music and stuff like that.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Are we? How do you know that?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Isn't all geometry stressful?
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
Wow, hero. You're just like dissing narrator. That's literally his job, man. Come on.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
What is Hero's job? Being a hero, I guess?
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
I mean, come on, like...
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
I guess.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror. Take the blade. Or don't take the blade and enter straight into the basement. But since I don't have a knife license, I'm not going to take the knife. Because I don't have a knife license. I need a knife license to take the knife. It's a very straightforward concept, narrator, that you do not understand because you're not friends with Racy.
The door to the basement creaks open.
That's a
revealing
lot of
web
stairs.
Branching staircases. All
I wonder how
built
much
from
backwards long
unidentifiable
jumps Mario has to
materials.
do for those. Probably a lot. Probably infinite.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An
That-
odour that is
that's a
simultaneously
weird
everything,
description.
and
Like
yet the
how,
sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
like that paragraph is so like confusing. Like basically, like can you imagine blending together every sensors at once, but it's an odor that is everything and yet it's nothing at the same time. Like the concept of that, I don't even know how you would even like begin to imagine what that would be like. But that's fascinating to me.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Collage, huh?
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Hi.
No, thank you.
That's a mood, hero. That's a mood.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I mean, where are we going to, like, even if we do turn around, I feel like turning around just won't do anything.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I like how you think, Contrarian. I like how you think. So do we take the harsh stairs to the left, do we take the center stairs, or do we take the soft stairs? Well, I'll tell you what. This is a tough decision. I think I take the soft stairs, because you know if they're infinite stairs, I want the stairs to be soft. Yeah, I think we'll take the soft stairs. I'm not entirely sure what I should do here, but I think I'll take the soft stairs.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in.
Uh-oh.
First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough,
This was
you're
a bad
fighting
idea.
to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence.
I mean,
It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
well,
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as... What the hell was that? What happened to us?
what did happen to us?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
I mean, aren't we all the same person?
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Devilish ways.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness,
And her
watches
eyes are
you
bright.
impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Except we didn't bring our knife because we didn't have a knife license.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
What is normal? I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're here? You're partly a threat to the world. I was here to slay you. Let's start with your name.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. Princess.
Uh-oh.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Like how they did this, I have absolutely no idea.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before?
No.
Should we tell him?
No.
Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen.
Oops.
If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
I mean...
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now.
But we don't have a knife.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
That... I mean, as much as I love the princess, and I absolutely love the princess's design, this seems like a bad idea. There's more of you now. Getting down here is weird. It's like, okay, this is all the same. I'm getting you out here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't leave anything in here. Leave her in the basement, retrieve the blades. Oh, that's all the same.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
I probably shouldn't tell her that there's more of her now. For all you know, they're locked down here for a reason. Party for the world. And that's all the same down there.
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't
Oh, wow.
really interact with
Moving
it,
it
can we?
moves all of
What's the
them.
point of asking
That's
questions?
kinda cool.
All we're going to get is a million answers. Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
How did they do this? Oh, how did they do this?
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Swarvy and I, if I let you out of here, what are you going to do? I'm getting out of here. Okay. Let's try. If I let you out of here, what are you going to do?
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer?
That is a question.
What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
Miss Blood and Destruction is the best name for any character ever.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
Doesn't it always?
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Our only option now.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Fun.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Nothing is excruciating. Also, this. How do you even begin to draw this? Like, seriously, the artists who did this, I know it's one artist actually. The artist, singular, who did this. Like, how do you draw this?
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Oh, hi.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No, we weren't.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't
Oh.
fit.
God, all of the voices in one. Okay, that's cool effect.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
I think this is beyond fixing.
We should help her. I think we did this.
I mean, we probably did, but how do we fix it?
How surprisingly sincere.
Also, yeah, she has 5 fingers and 2 thumbs.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Ha! Contrarian, 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 contrarian.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. Just no. You destroyed everything, so I'm not going to fix you. Say nothing. I feel I should maybe try and comfort it. I'm just going to call it at this point because it's going to be okay. Oh. Well. You'd say there or them, yeah? That's also true, Demeter. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone. Replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I mean, there's only a mirror.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone, which is true. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, or just approach the mirror. Yeah, that's it. The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Probably.
What are we supposed to do now?
I mean, without our narrator couldn't telling us what to do, what is the game world? It is nothing. I guess I'm supposed to look at the mirror?
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I mean, what other choice do we have at this point?
No. Don't do that.
I think we don't have a choice. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Ignore him. Our only choice. You approach the mirror. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Are we having an Undertale moment? I think we are. / Deltarune. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin? Sure. You are at the cabin. This is my favorite character coming up. Approach her. This is all of the hands.
Finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Like, I know artists say it's very difficult to draw hands. So for a singular artist to draw a character with this many hands, like, bravo to the artist for this. Like, holy mackerel. How? So we have, what are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity or destroy your body. Let's explore a little bit. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I mean, that's a good answer, but also a good question. Solitary lights, what do you mean? What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I'm a person. Ooh. Oh, okay. Well, considering we saw our reflection, I don't think we are a person. But part of me wants to explore what solitary lights... I feel like we're just going to get an existential answer with this.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Yeah, pretty much. We got an existential answer. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel. Oh, this is all the same. Okay. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept is a great sentence.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Okay, well, good, I think. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So I guess technically yes. But were you always the princess or just making her part of yourself? Or say nothing?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Great point. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Perspectives, like, I guess, princess. Oh, wow, moving controller moves her. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? Interesting. I sent the slighted princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, make me forget. I don't want to threaten this thing with multiple hands. That seems like a bad idea. How many of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
But if you're infinite, then... that concept. That's a concept. I kind of do want to pick this just to see what she says. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I guess, like, if we just stand here, we're just not gonna do anything, so I guess, like, we just stand here forever. Fine. Oh, because actually, like, I'm not going back. Wait.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever. That's an option? Sure.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished.
As a sentence, that is wild to me. Like, forever cannot finish, or can it? I don't know. Now we're getting really existential.
What textures will you leave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
Funny, because all of the art in this game is hand-drawn. I like how you put that.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
We're okay. We just have continue, 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 or continue. Let me think about that for a second. I think we'll pick continue.
I see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
So technically you could just exit the gate, or like, I guess, like, not exit like fully, but I could have put the switch into sleep and been like, continue from there. But we're not doing that. Okay, so how much will I forget? That's actually a good question.
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay. That's bad. I think we're done here. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
How's it going? Hope the game isn't too spooky, Uwe. The game, I love this game. I love the concept of this game. But it's going good. It's going good.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And that was loop 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting R button on your controller. So we have our same options again. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? I never actually asked that. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution! Do I get some sort of reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Sauce. Fine. Oh, can you tell me what my prize is for going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay, we have ads coming up. I will take a quick stretch break soon for the ads. Let's just... Sweet! I want to pick this option.
That's the spirit.
Viva la Revolution! I'm not actually going to do it.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I'm with Hero on this one.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But then again, I've played a lot of RPGs where we are the heroes, so... Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
The mirror
is
is
stale
there.
and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Huh.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So we can either take the blade or just enter the basement without the blade. And because we don't have a knife license, I'm going to not take the blade. Because we don't have a knife license. A narrator doesn't understand the concept of knife licenses.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We can just say hi, which I find fascinating. Just checking in on you, which is hilarious. I'm here to save you. Lie, I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Again, it's just like, hey, I think I'm here to come kill you. Or just continue down the stairs. Let's say I'm here to save you, because I want to save her.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Uh-oh.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Notice that the and end are capitalized. Hold on, let's talk a bit first. I'll see if I can do examine the chains. Let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Are we?
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
We checked upstairs, the only thing there was the knife.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Go check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe we can at least find something to break you free. I feel leaving her again probably isn't a good idea. Also because I don't know if ads have started. So just in case ads have started. Well, it would normally say... Yeah, let's pick up there isn't a key. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
No.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Nonchalance?
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I mean, that's a good point.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Well, that didn't work.
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out here. Try the door? Turn to the bottom of the stairs. I mean, we heard it click behind us. I feel there's no point trying the door. Ah, there's the ads. Okay. Measure gameplay. Pause. Sorry, I usually don't like putting gameplay on whenever ads are running. But I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone is having a good Halloween for those that are still watching. For those that celebrate said holiday. I don't really celebrate it. It's more of a thing for kids and more for people that like lighting fireworks, which I don't. But anyway. But it is good weather. It is a good time of year for apple pie, which I love apple pie. Or any Halloween sweets. Just all of the sweets. Just all of them. Now I want apple pie now. See what talking about apple pie has made me do? It's made me want the apple pie. This is what happens. It's what happens when I talk about food, is what I want food. Okay, I think we're back. Let's turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I feel doing this in real life wouldn't work.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine.
Our only choice.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Mm-hmm.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Sorry, but that look of the princess is just be like, Zuh. It's just like, huh? How did they do that? But I guess I would be surprised
falls
too.
To the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours.
She looks
blood
so
from her
happy
wounded arm
though,
dripping
with
rhythmically
blood
to the
dripping
ground.
from her wounded arm. It's fine, right?
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door, our only choice.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
What's your plan, narrator?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Now we're having a fight with Narrator-kun, and this is a fight I don't feel we can win because he's Narrator-kun.
What are you doing?
We have Slay the Princess, 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 warn her, Slay the Princess, Slay the Princess, Slay the Princess, or Slay the Princess. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
We have all of the Slay the Princess options, or resist. Resist.
The blade! Move the blade!
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Hey, princess, you didn't have a knife license, but I guess because you're a princess, you don't need a knife license because you're a princess. So you get a pass.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
See, this is what happens whenever you try to use a knife without a knife license. MC. Like, I love her claws. I love her claws.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Have we, though?
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again
What,
and
you
again.
squall? Whatever.
You feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
But she doesn't have a knife license. This is what happens whenever somebody who uses a knife doesn't have a knife license. It's very simple.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Aww.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently,
Sad.
I can't
She's
deny the reality
sad.
of what's
The
happened.
one sad
The
princess.
two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, we're dead. Chapter 2. The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I know I could skip this, but I'm not going to. I don't like
You're
skipping.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu, like I've been in this place before, higher on the streets. No, I won't stop making that reference. I won't stop doing it. You can't stop me from doing it. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, but I died. What are we doing here? Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now, and why's your tricks? Proceed to the cabin. Turn around and leave. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
So this is the simp route. This is fine.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
No.
Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Hey, don't diss pecks on the cheek. Don't diss those.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Mood. So we can either, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin or turn around and leave?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Villain! Are we Don Quixote now?
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Maybe we
I
are.
wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
But she's cute! Come on!
I beg to differ.
See, I'm with the smitten on this one.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Like, I think that's the first time I've ever heard that word, protestations. I didn't think that would be an actual, like, word, but it is.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that,
He said
sounds
it like
to me
as if
like
I
you're
was
making
saying
a
it.
rather
What's the point of
dangerous
doing
assumption
anything?
that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
What does happen after you die? We're getting metaphorical now.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I mean, we don't know because we're dead.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly. I love the word dastardly. It's such a good word. I love it.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I mean, it is a pretty simple premise, but I don't want to bait Oriator Kun. I'm going with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin. Let's talk about this princess, proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. Go with them.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Yay!
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
It's fine. Proceed to the cabin then.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I love that he's like, we're not playing along with your little game. Technically, we are.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
This is me when I was younger, anytime I saw a cute girl.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Well, it wasn't that bad, but I was very, like, heart on my sleeve. Like, I would tell a girl I liked her. Except for one time I didn't, and I regretted it.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Then standing at the mirror on the wall. This cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. Let's just enter the basement. Without the knife. Because we don't have a knife license.
The door to the basement creaks
That's what
open,
happens.
revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Okay, it wasn't that bad, but that's such a good line.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Hey, don't diss over the top
Yes,
fawning.
for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
How do you know?
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I think I've decided that the voice of the smitten is just Dawn from Limba's company as a guy. I think I've just decided that, and I think I'm accurate.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
We are dashing. I am dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Hey.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
We have.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Technicalities.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
and you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
So are there
What
multiple
matters
worlds with
is
multiple
you have a chance to do it right this time.
princesses and multiple everything else?
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes, of course we do. You killed me last time, it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I was just saying that to somebody. Hey, you killed me. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife, because I don't have a knife license. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I feel asking that. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? That's sort of what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Rescue the princess. Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Super dainty.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Watch us.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
That's a good point.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Freedom!
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
Angel? Devil?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Eh.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
I don't know what that word means, but it's a good word and I like it.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward.
Oh, he rolled his R's. Narrator? I can't do it. I wish I could roll my R's. I used to be able to do it, now I can't do it.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You're what? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Good point.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it, but I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I didn't try to kill you last time. It was Narrator-kun.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Hey! I've been called many things in my life. Mr. Romance is not one of those things, but... well...
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
The power of... No, I won't do it. I won't do it. You can't force me to do it. I won't do it.
What do we do now?
She looks so adorable. What do you want to do? That's a good question. We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well?
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. what if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Most of the time, yes, actually.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Yes, let's do that.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes
Look at
your
the
hand,
sparkles!
the last
Look at the
hopes of the entire
sparkles!
world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Look at the sparkles, though, narrator kid.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I mean, we kind of do. We kind of do need the world for that, but, you know, it's fine.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Yeah, sorry, narrator.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I like to hear it was just like, yeah, this is just happening now, just deal with it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
I can just imagine narrator kid going like, mope, 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 mope.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Yeah, you don't have to describe all this.
Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Uh-oh.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
We are supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Yeah, this is basically married at first sight. At this point. It's fine.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Hey.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Mood. Do you think we can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place
I
your
love how
hands
you
on the door.
pissed off the narrator is about
together.
having to describe this.
Blech.
Blah.
And
And
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade.
That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Sorry, Naruto-kun.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
I mean, but where...
That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Yes, we have to get the happy ending. All we need to be happy as each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Stop with these interruptions. I've already made up my mind. We're leaving. Just ignore them. Yeah, if she wants to leave, we're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
She looks so cute.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
And slurp. I can imagine that's what's on that mix. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before. And you always get scared. Approach the mirror.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I mean, I like a good preen like the next guy, but no, it's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is not going. It's going to be nice. It's not the end for you. It's the end for you, but not for me. So on the other side, it's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
I hope so. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. My eyes makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much has changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When all's done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring to you? I'm ready to go back, attack the entity, destroy the body. Let's thank her.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? No, that's rude. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Good point.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Enough of all this pretension, you're not actually saying anything.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
That's a good point, but I'm curious.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
That's also a good point, but I'm curious.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Alright, let's go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. And that was loop 2. We did the simp route, because I had to.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Now let's do something totally different. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
She's into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
We have what? No way! Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh-uh! Nuh-uh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I don't know. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. It was too easy. No, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
I don't know how a court of law would see that, but sure.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
We just silently walked up to a cabin, opened the door, grabbed a knife, went down to a basement and stabbed the princess. This is fine. Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Doom.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Is this good? I feel this isn't good. It's bullshit. Let me out of here. Okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes, You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
How do we
You've
eat?
never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Then you hear the narrator. I'm happy, we're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are, like here. No, you know, if we're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
I mean... Okay, maybe I'm not happy. I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. No, we're happy.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
I love the air quotes. I love the quotes behind each of those words.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Yay! Yay! Good ending! We did it!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay, fine.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, you know, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Sorry, that sentence is a sentence. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you. Yes. Yes.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Be alright with this. I'd be pretty upset if we die. I think it is hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
I've been called many things before, but an ingrate is not one of those things.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Thanks. Chapter 2. The Spectre. Oh, we got the Spectre. I love Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Proceed to the cabin. I actually wonder what happens if you don't take the knife here. Because if it's a spectre, there's no point, right?
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, what's the point in picking up the blade? Because if she's a ghost, or if a spectre, then there's no point.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell.
Everything is now
Everything
Resident
is
Evil.
coated in a thick layer of
Wait,
dust,
wrong game.
and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally,
Hi.
the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
I mean, it's Halloween. We had to get the spectre at least once, right?
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I love his just sarcasm in that sentence. Oh wow, how absolutely terrifying a ghost.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Killer.
Hiya,
It's
Killer.
hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again.
She's a ghost. You can't grab a
You don't
ghost.
even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Unless you mean grab the body. Wait and see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Don't tempt me with that. Don't tempt me with that. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about the woods. This has already happened. We killed her. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. That's an option. What do you want from me? I mean, you had to wind up talking to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? After I killed you, this cabin... I'm gonna say it, teleport it? It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, in fact, and I had killed myself to escape. I guess I should tell you why I sent to kill you. You were in the world. I was told you were going to end the world. Okay, clearly slaying you isn't going to work. Happy Halloween, Keely. We have a ghost princess right in front of us. What do you want? Okay, team. I remember your ideas. Any thoughts? Really dead that there isn't really much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll get going. Leave her in the basement. Okay, that's an option. Right, I don't think there's much more for us to talk about. I'm going to get my blade and then the two of us can fight. Retrieve the blade. Fighting a ghost seems like a bad idea. Like, that seems like a very bad idea because it's not going to work. Because it's a ghost. What was that option I liked? Yeah, the people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Although she wants begging. So should I beg? I'm torn between I'm sorry I killed you last time, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, is there any or I'm sorry, is there any way that I can make it up to you? I'm torn between those three options. Although two of them are technically the same. You know what? Since ads are coming up, I'm gonna cliffhanger it. Because I need to think about what I actually want to do here. I think I do want to I think I do want to beg just to see what she would say. I think I will pick this option once we come back from ads. But yes, Keely, happy Halloween, hope you're okay. I know you're probably confused on why we're streaming today, but I mean, come on. We have, like, do I need to explain myself here? I feel I don't. I feel I don't need to explain myself with this one. We didn't do a spooky stream last year, so I have to make it up. Have to make it up by doing one this year. At least I don't remember us doing one last year. I don't think we did.
Of course there is. You can give me the only thing I've ever wanted. A way out of this basement. The place won't let me leave.
What are pumpkin head boppers? I don't know what they are. Or you mean the things you wear in your head and they bop? Is that what you mean? Because that's not what I call them. Although I don't know what I call them. I've never heard of that term for them. I don't know what they're usually called, but I guess that's what they're called. I've never owned head boppers in my life, Keely, so sorry to disappoint you. Maybe I should get them for Halloween, because I have a Santa hat for Christmas. I should have my pumpkin head boppers for Halloween. But then I'd have to pick something. I'd have to like pick or get like a green hat for St. Patrick's Day, because like we have our special St. Patrick's Day streams as well around here. Pirate hat. Ooh, don't tempt me with pirate hat, because I would want to be a pirate. But then that means I would talk like a pirate. And do you really want to hear that? Do you really want that? Really? Like, I don't think you do. You might think you do, but you don't. Yes, you do want that. Oh dear. Well, ads are running. I think, Keely, I think you're safe from the ads because you just joined, but you might not be, so I'll wait. No, you're not safe, okay. I'm holding my thought, don't worry. I love how you can move and it moves everything. Okay, we should be back. Well, I'll wait until Keely says that we're back, because Keely usually says back.
I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Welcome back, Keely. What was I saying? Yes, don't tempt me with a pirate hat. Although, as I said, if I were to do a pirate hat for Halloween, I'd have to wear something like a green hat for St. Patrick's Day, because obviously we have a special St. Patrick's Day stream usually around here too. So, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine.
I mean, leaving a ghost down here, she could just escape because she's a ghost, right?
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
The answer is yes. You just don't see me in many hats, don't you, Keely?
That'd be done.
I'll consider it.
It's more interesting if we make a choice.
Yep.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Hitch a ride.
After all, you owe me.
I mean, I do owe you. I went straight to you and stabbed you.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Probably.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
I mean, we're not physical entities, though.
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
I like that thought process.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
So we have, what if I say no? This would be just temporary, right? You'll leave once we're at the cabin. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world. Sounds great! Let's do it! Let the princess possess you. The answer's no. I need... game is quite quiet right now because we're kind of in a like spooky place. But I'll turn it up a wee bit. Or do you want me to turn or do you want to turn me down? I'll turn it up a wee bit. See how we go. We are in a very quiet place right now. There is music, but it's like very, very slight. I can barely hear it. This is temporary, right?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
How did that sound? Remember that she's a ghost, so she sounds a bit more like ethereal.
Don't much like the sound of that. It's crowded enough in here as is. It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
That's better? Okay, awesome. It doesn't seem it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. I mean, technically true, but also you could just be like, hey, I possess you, hey, go kill the world.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
You know what? Sounds great. Let's do it. Why not? Let's have a bit of possession on Halloween. Why not? What else could go wrong?
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
No problem?
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone.
I didn't like that, but I also like that.
Spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
No do-overs.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a
Those
stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
That is true.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, be sassy to the narrator.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
No! Of course it doesn't! Nobody else has a narrator.
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Huh?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
A voice? Me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You have narrator in your head. What does narrator say to you, Keely? Although, dare I ask that question? I probably shouldn't dare ask that question, but now I've asked that question, so...
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
Many things, yeah. I think we'll leave it there, Keely, on that one.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard
I mean,
of broken glass, then
yeah, I
raises
guess
some
that is
questions about
true.
certain other voices in here too.
Like, like, sometimes you do sort of listen to your own sort of thoughts. I guess that technically is a narrator. Never thought of it like that, actually. Yeah. Yeah, now that you've said that in that way, I feel sometimes I do have a narrator, sometimes too, in my head. We get existential here. It's fine.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
What makes you so important?
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Interesting.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
It's true.
I'm setting the stage.
Yes, let the racer do
room
his
is empty
job.
Because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
It doesn't seem that foolish right now.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Probably. I can't think straight, there's too much noise. Leave the basement. Let's leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but narrator said it.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
But that's not possible, right?
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Part of our... No.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Or is it Final Fantasy VII Remake, where everything gets pissed and shit upon?
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Don't say that.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Are we having a redemption arc for narrator?
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine.
Wow, narrator's getting sassed.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
I think that's the first time I've heard the word renege. I don't know what it means, but it's a good word. trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door, get on the floor, everyone to the dinosaur.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
Did he?
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever?
Probably.
Taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
It's fine, right?
We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Now we're getting really existential.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Philip.
No problem.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it. Yeah, it's fine. We just saved the ghost.
I think this was where I meant to be.
And she's gone. And yes, Keely, those were arms. You don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Ignore him. You have to look.
Do we? The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. We're not Phoenix writing this fucking shit. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? Have you figured out what you'll want when we're finished? Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? ready to go back and attack again today. Let's ask her. Let's say this. Let's fucking Phoenix Wright this shit.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Edgeworth would be angry.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I've never had someone describe my soul as having contours. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think I like it. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is vaporous.
I mean, it's a
She has
ghost.
a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
How many more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. I think I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
No worries, Kitty.
is a
Save yourself some
princess.
Halloween candy. Or sweets. Or whatever. If you can, if possible.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world. Oh, this is all the same, isn't it? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. I think I'll just say that.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Sorry.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
What? No way, why would you even think that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Seal your nerves and step forward.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Me on any time I talk to a girl. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How did I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say to that? What's your name? I've been down here. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough.
Do you?
Your partner going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Well, enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than inclined to trust them. Remain silent. Part of me is like, I want to pick this option. Because I like renegade options. But I do want to deflect. I also do want to deflect. No, I don't think I'd do that.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Slay the Princess, or a few more questions before I decide to do. Slay the Princess, actually I've changed my mind, I don't trust you. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess...
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? Can we check upstairs? Maybe the key's like upstairs.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete... If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. You attempt to make someone else... Your shouts and pleas, you're here to slay. You try the door, but it's locked. I'll repeat myself. You make your way back to the bottom of the stair. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
I do like how I move.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ow. Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone. And if he doesn't remember, you know I can hear. That's fine. That's the spirit. There's no point in.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go, she will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I feel taking the blade would help. This is called the
You
adversary.
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
We do look ridiculous.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Get to fighting. And I'm with the stubborn on this one. I feel it'll be a harder fight.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Uh-oh.
This isn't what she sounded like
Is
last
she gonna be
time.
buff?
Her voice is a little
Is she gonna be
deeper,
buff?
almost
Oh no, she
threatening.
may be buff.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Oh
As you
shit.
descend the final
Hi.
step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Have you heard all that, Mr. Radiator? This is a lot different last time. The last time definitely happened. Look different. So you do remember me. Let's here free you. Oh, counter? I feel that won't work, but part of me wants to pick that one. Not here. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I meant two of us had a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive. Haven't decided what I'm doing yet. Slay the princess. Ooh. I don't know what happened since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. Turn around and leave. That's not going to work. Turn around and leave without saying anything. I feel part of me actually wants to try and counter her. See what happens. Stuff it. I picked it.
Free her? You want? I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
You don't want to be free? You don't want to be free? I don't know the song. If you don't want to be free, then what do you want? Me? Anyone? Why wouldn't you want to be free? Don't want to be free, what do you want?
I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh. And I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists.
I mean...
Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah, especially that last part.
Don't be such a coward.
I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence,
Is
we
it
can
bad
find a way
that
to
I'm
deal with
kind
it
of
that
into
doesn't involve
this?
throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it deeply disturbing that you seem to relish the thought of it.
Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be
I didn't just say that out loud.
The fight of our life.
We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it.
Alright, fine. I believe you.
What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. But that's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay?
Buster
Of
Wolf.
course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy. Lie? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Will someone as alive as me already have died? I don't think so. Don't worry, I'm going to do a good job. You got me. Pretty much everything you say is true. Remain silent. Remain silent.
I'm going to take that silence as a sign that from this moment on, you're going to treat the task before you with the utmost importance and seriousness. I'm so glad that we're finally all on the same page.
Attack the princess. Attempt to free the princess. Counter!
I'm sorry, did I hear that right? Did you just say you're going to try and free her?
Yes.
She doesn't even want to be free.
Exactly. So beyond the apocalyptic moral implications of letting her out, how do we even think that's going to work?
I mean, we have a weapon, right? We could always just cut her out, yeah?
While she's trying to kill you.
Yeah, why not?
And then what? Do you think she'll just follow you out of here?
Maybe. I don't know. It's worth a shot, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Let's just fight her.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Uh-oh.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Strike her heart.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Silently continue pushing.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
We're fine.
Are we?
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
Aren't you jumping gun here? We each died once. It doesn't mean we're immortal. Were you being metaphorical when you said nothing exists outside of us? There's more in the world of us than this cabin, so trees and everything away here. Actually, I think I'm done fighting you. I don't think this is healthy for us. Pick up the blade and attack her again. I feel she's just gonna be like, I don't care. So yeah, let's try again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Dead. Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Pressing X to doubt.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
I don't think that's how this works.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No! Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we?
I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
Good point.
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong.
Narrator can be wrong.
You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Attack her again.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dance in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing.
I hate that. I hate all of that.
You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
This is a turtle.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows.
That
Sometimes you
bottom
manage to
left,
strike
that
first,
bottom right
and
one.
sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay, isn't it?
It's fine.
Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
You see it. You see it too, huh?
Did we do this? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right. It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything. Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles, and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
Do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. We're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Is that what's happening?
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people. At least I think there's supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? What's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? Let's pick that one.
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Trees and stars.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Your thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for. No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, but I don't know why. But I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. When I find him, you and I finally have answers. He does. When I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
That's actually a good point.
One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path. You're here.
Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull. Of course I haven't. Why would I? I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or... Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a...
This is
You
all the
make your
same.
way up. A warning. She will... We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a... Ignore him. He doesn't... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are the blade. The door, her voice
Hello?
is... Don't let it fool...
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding. They're large and heavy. Far too...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere up. Doubtful. Whoever...
Gonna go check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying there.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the... Is someone else here? You make your way to the... Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you...
I heard the door slam. They locked you.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's...
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She
Wait,
barely
is this
has
the
as she
scene?
rips her flesh. It's the blade. Or you won't like... Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Fine. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but It's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to... Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
Give up.
You steel your resolve and take an... Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do... You take another step forward, and the princess lunges toward. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence, as the room starts to get fuzzy around you.
Oops.
You've paid a terrible price.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch. Uh-oh. Well, we're at Halloween. We got the ghost and the witch.
You're on a path.
I am
in
happy
the
with
woods,
this.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that if he doesn't remember what... Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not... You know I can hear you, right? Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. A warning. She will lie. Don't worry. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Yeah. Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs.
Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably. I'm not nasty. Hello. Say nothing. Part of me wants to be sarcastic with her. Stuff it.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Good point.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
That's
Fine,
also a good
fine.
point.
You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Deductive
Well,
reasoning.
you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground.
I feel
where
chatting her up
everyone's
is a
happy.
bad idea.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We're all mistakes. I'm sure you've made mistakes. Don't worry, this blade isn't for you, or not for killing you. Gotta get you out somehow, right? I guess I should not happy with me. Scared me, okay, so no you are. Scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got a hand. Both died together last time. Can't bygones be bygones? Look, I know. Things got messy last time. I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. I don't got a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I want to help you out here. Oh! That's a bad idea! That's a terrible idea! Part of me wants to pick it. I don't want to hurt you. Clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade. That is a bad idea. But it's such a bad idea that I want to do it because it's such a bad idea. I don't trust you not enough to free you. Definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving by. Leave her in the basement. Like, straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time. You're a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. Slay the princess. Slay the princess. This is such a dumb, silly option that I'm going to pick it immediately.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, I am.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade. Give her the blade. Haha, yeah, never mind. Still, it's such a silly idea. I'm not going to give her the blade. She clearly hates us. Don't do it. Give her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
This is probably the worst idea I've had, but that's
Of
where we're
course
doing
you
it.
do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
It's up to you. So I give you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it. So now it's your time to choose. Ooh, I like that option. We're both scared, we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better at this. You're beautiful, and I actually want to save you. This is the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. Remain silent. I like the first and the third options the most. I'm picking that one.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Well,
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
the thorn.
You're on a path in the woods.
She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us.
Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against.
But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway.
I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent.
Fine adjacent.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Give what another try exactly?
You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other.
Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually.
Yeah, twice.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the prince.
I'm gonna free her. I'm sure we're even now. I'm sure she understands that. We can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin. Oh, you can think of planning freeing her if she's stabbed me in the heart. Screw your camera, perhaps we just leave. Interesting. Sure, this him taking this looping figure in stride. Whereas next, it seems all our answers are cabins. Let's say this freely.
She gets out is what happens. Maybe not right away, but
I'm not sure not that she's in.
you're here to permanently end the...
Yeah, let's proceed then.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Proceed.
The interior
Ooh.
of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here, and if she has it... Let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
I like
I
that.
wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Enter the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, I want to figure out a way to get out of here for good. I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here. I want to free you, I mean it. I just want to talk, really talk, proceed down the stairs.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Proceed down the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What do you think would happen if you killed me? Did you think I would hold it against you? I'm here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. Reach for the blade. You're a prisoner of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest or and leave. Yes, I don't have to say anything left to say to you. Turn and leave. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Have a nice life. Turn and leave.
want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're only yours for freedom. I'm trapped as you are. We need to leave together. Living in change for your mind. Reach for blade.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
It's nothing.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. It does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse.
We're not making things worse. I think she wants to trust us.
Then maybe it's time for either of us to say anything. All it counts as action. Reach for a blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands.
Power.
I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
You don't count.
And why shouldn't he count?
Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I wanted my blade back. You're on your own. Turn and leave. That is so cruel. That is so cruel that part of me, the small, cold, dead heart of me, that part of me wants to pick that option. Cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Yeah.
See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. She flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you.
Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right. He's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? I think I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Uh-huh.
The
princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
That's the second time you hate me, narrator.
Actually meant it. You rescued me.
I did. I just really hate the people who put us here. That's actually good. Oh, I'm picking that option.
Me too.
She
Aw.
smiles, her hands
She's
slipping
40
into
cute.
yours, and the two
She's
of you
cute and
rush
40.
to the basement
I like it.
stairs.
I said 40,
Shameful,
not
really,
the other
but
thing.
the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Step into the thorns.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
They do yield.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? It feels
You don't want me to
so
answer that,
good to
narrator
hear you
Kun.
say that you're admitting you've lost, and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom. Our only choice.
Hands clasped, the two of
Oh,
you
that's
open
adorable.
the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
We are irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Oh, I like how the roses stay there. Goodbye. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again. Why is it?
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection of me.
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Then, oh, so you're the narrator. I was wondering if I could see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? So many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like this? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a little piece of you breaks. You part of me, or something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been seeing you all along? I wasn't supposed to see this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Destroy the mirror.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen,
you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Will I? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Interesting. If I don't destroy her, won't I be alone? If I destroy her, won't I be alone? You want me to destroy the concept of transformation? How is that existence any better than death, or ever different than death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. You know, set herself for all this hubris, or down to think anyone deserves to live. You know that things won't be worse if you just destroy her. What would it be like to live a world without her? Was I made to do a single task? You've made me. What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Interesting. If you made us, I want you to know this has been torture. I like that one. You know what? Stuff all this. How did you die? Why did you make her a princess? I like this question. Of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread?
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be a princess. As to why? Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Say a lot of long words, narrator. A god. Oh, isn't he special? No, I'm not that self. I'm not that... What's the word? If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? I'm pretty sure death is good. Actually, important even. Why would you want to rid the world of death? Destroy the mirror. Stuff it. I've heard enough. Nart is right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Stay to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Well, that's the thing.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I like how all of them are not wearing shirts, or indeed anything at all. Like, what do I say to this?
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment.
Well, except for the main one,
I've
she is
missed
wearing
you
a shirt,
dearly.
technically. I've missed you too. I'm no longer quiet, but I don't know what that really means. What happens now? Missed you too. She unrolls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Long quiet, but I don't know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Hi, fourth wall. How you doing over there? Are you broken yet?
When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Start a story yourself with so many questions and the answers for and make a choice. The entire world is for good. I can't do that. If you're going to become this, then what's the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would lead to this moment? There must be another way. There can't just be me coming down. Or this can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. It's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Yeah, let's leave.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. That's a sentence. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in the limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push your back and strain against it. You push back and strain into it. It does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Are we playing everything right now? I think we're playing everything. What happens now or step into the infinite? Let's just step into the infinite, sure. Why the fuck not at this point? You and she step forward at the 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you're aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. The conflict is in your nature. The two of you will never be alone. The two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Yay! We won? Question mark? I don't know if we won. We won I think we won. That is GG. That is GG. That is the game. Now, obviously, there are multiple endings. There are multiple different versions of the princess. We explored just 5 of them. But I love this game. I love the concept of this game. I loved everything about this game. This game is so good. I would recommend this game as a first playthrough for anybody. It's just so good. Like, GG to everybody for the people that made this game. It is so fucking good. And if you're listening, Tabby Games, please release Scarlet Hollow on consoles too. That is my only request. Because I want to play that game too. That is my only request. But yeah, I love this game so much. It's such a great concept, and like the stuff they talk about, it gets really fucking existential, and I don't understand it, and I feel I'm not meant to understand it, and it's probably something that's not meant to be understood, if that makes sense. I feel that doesn't make sense, but I think I'm just going around in circles. What is making sense except making sense, you know? Or not making sense? I don't know. Who knows? I know. Also, this music. Oh, we have Wednesday the Snake, Spins the Cat, and Nubs. I love them so much. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of gratitude, here's a track order as a special playlist just for you. Thank you. Then you finish the full story for the first time, you'll unlock the gallery. You can access it from the main menu and then game menus under the Memories tab. Look close, it'll help you find undiscovered vessels and directions. Happy hunting! Ooh! Oh, man. Yeah, so we have... Basically, we have a lot of things. Die pathetically to abrasive prisoner. Lock your fears away. She has an arm, does she? False a feral captive, that's the hunter, I think. Free an abrasive prisoner. Need more space in our caves, no place to fight, and no place to stay forever. Angels and demons cut from the same cloth, best die proud being. One might resist the divine, very hard to kill a god, there's a shame feeling. Sometimes you cut something out of you, a piece of you leaves with it. Clear your strangers will be killed and goes through your past. Burning with your nightmares and let them run in the wild. Mirrors to die as nature, or to nature and let it swallow you whole. Come on with the princess in a very literal sense. May involved does not necessitate being eaten. In the worst sights that the prison world can offer, you can always choose to walk away empty-handed. Memories and spirits will linger, flames of passion, those words left unspoken. So yeah, there's a bunch of endings we missed, but it's fine. Alright, this was fun. This was fun. I'm glad we did our Spooptober stream. I missed it last year. Yeah, this is a fun game. This is a fun game. I love this game so much. Just because of its art. Its art's so good. Who will read? I need to pass the Halloween raid on. Yeah, we'll read Kane, because we don't get a chance to read Kane that often. And he's playing Medieval, which is kind of a spooky game. Alright, so I will be back tomorrow. All being well. Back with Metaphor Refantasio. Alright, bye.